Yo, what it is? What's up, man? Welcome back to another episode, another solo pod. I don't know what I'm calling these yet. I don't know what I'm calling these yet. I will take any suggestions in the comments. Any suggestions in the comments? Y'all let me know what y'all think this the solo pod should be called. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I come up with to me in my head sounds corny. So I'm taking all applications, all suggestions. Y'all let me know, what do you think the Monday show should be called? You know what I'm saying? Um, Welcome to the live viewers. All live viewers, make sure that you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Definitely helps us out in the algorithm. Make sure you like the stream. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you're subscribed. Turn the notification bell on so you know when we're live and when we drop another video. What's up to you, um, Ahmed? Yeah, Ahmed. What's up, Brandon Green? Salute, salute, salute to everyone. Now, obviously, I made an announcement on PC, and we will still be doing that. So this one's going to have to be basically exactly an hour. What's up, Torment? What's up? I don't know, man. But yes, in about an hour, we will be live on Twitch watching the Denver Nugget versus Laker game because I am so tired of being called a pessimist or a hater for pointing out the obvious. So we're going to watch the game and we're going to review defensive tape of the Denver Nuggets. But let's start there since that was obviously the show of the weekend. Um, the Lakers beat the Nuggets yet again with Luka Doncic. The Lakers are now 4-1 in games Luka Doncic has played the Denver Nuggets as a Los Angeles Laker. Now, there are going to be a few things. I have not found a name. Again, if you have a name, what's up, Christian? What's up, 101? What's up, I don't know, man? Um, if you know a name, again, let me know in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? In the chat, in the comment section, y'all let me know what a name is. Again, if you are here live, make sure that you like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Now, the Lakers have beat Denver yet again. Again, 4-1 in games. Luka Doncic has now played as a Los Angeles Laker against Denver. And I will be showing y'all in just a little bit why he totally flips the dynamics of this matchup. But it had me questioning, have I been too low on the Lakers? Right? Obviously, coming into the season, I thought this was going to be a mid team, right? I thought this was going to be a play-in level team. And, I had the Clippers being better. They got hurt. They were old. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had Denver being better, which we'll get to that in a second. I didn't have San Antonio being better. That is a shock. That is a surprise. San Antonio being this good is definitely a shock to the league. I had Minnesota being better. I had the Rockets being a better regular season team. Um, but the Lakers are right now sitting at the third seed in the Western Conference. Mind you, like we did last year. Last year, the Lakers were the third seed in the Western Conference, and they matched up with the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round, and we remember how that went. You know what I'm saying? We remember how that went. But this is a different team, in my opinion. A few things I want to point out. Number one, I want to give a huge shout out to JJ Redick. JJ Redick now in back-to-back seasons, I feel like he's been a great second half of the season coach. He's been a great second half of the season coach, back-to-back years. I feel like he has a good beat on the team by the time we get to the second half of the season, and he makes these adjustments that just benefit the team, man. We're a better defensive unit. We move on the string. Our defense in that first half was phenomenal. And again, we're going to look at that here shortly. Our defense in the first half was absolutely phenomenal. Everybody was on a string. People were rotating. Two people I want to give great credit to, because we load up a lot on the strong side. The Lakers load up a lot and kind of have, their weak side defenders splitting the difference a lot. And Marcus Smart and LeBron James as weak side defenders yesterday were absolutely fantastic. Salute to them. Salute to them. They were great on the back end of our defense. Pause if need be. Again, make sure you like the stream. If you're live with us right now, make sure you like the stream. We have been beating good teams. We're on a win streak right now. I think what 4 in a row now? 4 in a row. Today we actually play. The Lakers are in my city today, and will be for the next 2 games, Monday and Wednesday. They are playing the Rockets. Obviously, I will be rooting for the Lakers. Yes, I do also root for the Rockets, but my allegiance through and through is with the Lake Show, man. Is with the Lake Show. So for anybody that was finna ask me, hey, who you rooting for today? The Lakers. That's who I'm rooting for. That's my team. It's the team I grew up on. My favorite player of all time, Kobe, obviously. I'm a Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to you, Lake Show. Jerry said he's going to be at the game. What does this also mean, though, as far as going back to the Lakers versus the Nuggets? The Nuggets just aren't as good as everybody thought, bro. I think it is fair now for everybody to come to that conclusion. I think that is a fair conclusion to come to. They're just not the team that we thought they were. They're not an upper echelon team. They have a bottom 10 defense now. So do we. Right? And I'm not saying that we're some upper echelon team either. I think there are 2 clear-cut teams that are the peak of the Western Conference. It's Oklahoma City and it's San Antonio. That has been made clear throughout the totality of the season. Everybody else now is fighting to be the best of tier 2, which tier 2 includes the Lakers, Nuggets, Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? If you want to throw in the Rockets, maybe. I don't think the Rockets are as good as those other 3 teams, though, respectfully. I am so low on the Rockets, especially in a playoff setting. Sengun is just not good enough. But we've been there. I don't want to harp on that. If the Rockets are in tier 2, they're the worst team in tier 2. I'll just say it like that. But the upper echelon has been established. OKC, San Antonio are the clear-cut 2 best teams in the conference. Denver is not in that conversation. The sooner everybody accepts that, the sooner we can stop having 20-minute debate about them. Exactly. Facts. I will no longer be harping. I was finna lie. Because if somebody start lying about them, then I will be harping. But I will attempt to no longer harp on about the Denver Nuggets. Right? They're a playoff team, can win around, maybe get to a conference final. It ends there. I will say this, though. They are desperately missing Peyton Watson. Appreciate you, Chef Deezy. Again, salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure you like the stream. They are desperately missing Peyton Watson. And again, I will show y'all why on Twitch. Again, my username on Twitch is Real Talk EJRT. We will be rewatching the Laker Nuggets game, and I want to point out some things to you. Peyton Watson is so crucial for for Denver, right? But at the same time, y'all, I just don't think Denver can continue making up for how bad defensive players Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not versus elite competition. Not versus elite teams. Teams have figured out every good team here lately. I've seen them play. They are constantly hunting a two-man game that involves Nikola Jokic. They're constantly hunting Jamal Murray. Over and over and over and over and over again. It never fails. We did it. The Timberwolves did it. I remember watching that game and vividly remembering that. And since Nikola Jokic has come back from injury, I think they're like 6-12 or something. It hasn't been good. It has not been good. L Dog said in 51 minutes this year, the Nuggets are plus 35.6 with Murray, Watson, Gordon, Jokic. Yeah, they're definitely missing Peyton Watson. But that is a very small sample size, to be fair. But I do think he clearly makes this team better because him and Aaron Gordon are the rim protectors. Right? And so even now, here's the problem they have, even now without him. If they want Aaron Gordon to go take on a Luka Doncic or a bigger forward matchup, who's protecting the rim on the weak side? Who's the backline defense now? You see what I'm saying? It's getting tough for him. It's getting tough for the Nuggets because they have two entry points to their defense every single time. And if you have good shooting and/or vertical big, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They just have a hard time defending that. They do. And efficient shots are available. Look at this. I want y'all to look at this. This is these are some stats from the game, Denver versus LA. Right? Low rim percentage, right, as far as getting there. But look, 12 of 15 at the rim. But although they weren't getting all the way to the basket, look at this. 17 of 8 of 28 in the short mid. Oh, wait, y'all can't see. Y'all can't see. Y'all can't see. Y'all can't see. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Y'all see that? 12 of 15 at the rim, 17 of 28 at short. This is all in the paint. That's what all of this is. All paint work. Now, salute to LeBron definitely contributed to the short mid because I know he had a couple like turnaround fades over some smaller players. I know they kind of guarded him with Tim Hardaway and Jamal Murray some in that game, and he was able to take advantage of those matchups a little bit in the post. I missed it. Winners Real Talk rewatching the game. In about 45 minutes, we'll be on Twitch in about 45 minutes. Again, my username on Twitch is Real Talk EJRT. Add me, and we'll be over there in just a second. We'll be over there in just a second. Yeah, Denver's a tier 2. They're a tier 2 team. They're a tier 2 team alongside the rest of like 3 through 6 in the West. That is the conclusion I have come to, and I feel like that is the correct conclusion. As far as because somebody just asked you worried about OKC or San Antonio. As far as the Lakers playing one of the two upper echelon teams in the West, I feel like we would have a better shot against San Antonio. The Lakers cannot beat OKC. That is an horrific matchup. That's not a good matchup for Luka Doncic nor Austin Reeves. They would beat us in about 5 games. I'm gonna just keep it a K. I'm gonna just keep it a K. They would get rid of us very quickly because they're the best. I believe they're the best team guarding pick and roll, and that's our best weapon for our two best players is pick and roll. So yeah, no, 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 no. As far as the Spurs, here's what's interesting about the Spurs. Number one, with how the Lakers like to defend, loading up on the better players, daring some people to shoot. I feel like you maybe can get away with that with the Spurs. Um, also feel like Luca can get his game off against the Spurs. Like respect to Stephon Castle and really I don't really know who else is over there. I would deem like some great lockdown defender. Like De'Aaron Fox is really good, but he's too small for Luca. I only feel like they have one player that can guard Luca. Um, and I think also Reeves also can get his game off, particularly because the Spurs love to run drop coverage as well. As another team that loves to run drop coverage. Carter's gonna be is getting there. Yeah, yeah, Carter is getting there. We'll see if Carter gets playoff minutes. We shall see. We shall see. But San Antonio's a heavy drop team that can bode well for an Austin Reeves. Real talk, Henry keep talking about Yoga and clear that it was what makes the defense even more bonds. Yeah, they're both bad. So you can shut your dumb ass up because I've already said that. They're both bad. Um, and somebody else said, real talk, we can't guard them on the perimeter. I would tend to agree, but again, I feel like we're just gonna zone up for the most part. I just feel like nobody's really gonna be playing 101. So if San Antonio makes shots, they'll beat us. It's it's really that simple. I'm not gonna lie. It's it you know they make shots, they're gonna beat us. We're gonna dare some people to shoot. They make them, we lose. It is what it is. Also, we're not gonna really get anything in the paint. Obviously, Wimbenyama. Quick side note: I watched that game against Charlotte, Spurs versus Charlotte, and Wimby is such a great off ball player, bro. Like they're running this 7-4 man off pin downs. They're running flare screens for him. And these bigs just they don't know what to do. They 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 don't know what to do. And right now he is just straight cash from three. He's hitting threes right now at the 40+% clip the last I want to say like 10, 15 games, huh? I still saw him struggle as a one-on-one player, like a self-creation player. He hit a few jumpers. I know he had that one move on Grant Williams and then dunked all over him with the left hand. And then he had like this turnaround jumper over somebody. But there were also possessions where Grant Williams was able to like stonewall him, have him off balance on a few jumpers. Like that stuff is still there. But him as a lob threat, him as a pick and pop player, and him as a 7-4 movement shooter. He also passed very well in that game. Wemby's getting better. He's quickly gathering data and he's quickly getting better, bro. So, good luck to the league. You know what I'm saying? Good luck to the league. But back to the Nuggets and the Lakers, I feel like they're the same tier of team. And I feel like that series is a toss-up series. That is a toss-up series. Because both teams can guard each other. Both teams can guard each other. Now let's transition to Minnesota versus Oklahoma City. Obviously, we saw that game yesterday around noontime, and Minnesota, in particular, Anthony Edwards struggled during that game. Right. Ahmed, where did you find those stats at? I was looking for pick and roll stats all day yesterday. I couldn't find them. But let's talk about the Minnesota versus Oklahoma City game and that potential matchup if they do see each other. Minnesota needs a point guard. That's why at the trade deadline, I was screaming from the top of the roof, get James Harden. 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 What's up, Go James Kingdom? Again, if you're in the live YouTube chat, make sure you like the stream. Or at least a Dennis Schroeder. At least. I don't have a problem with Anthony Edwards not, and I guess maybe this is just a hot take, but I came to this realization when I had that dumb critique of Kevin Durant, and I had to course correct on that opinion when it came to him in comparison to Jaylen Brown. It's okay that Kevin Durant isn't a ball handler, playmaker guy. It's okay. Everybody doesn't have to be that. He's an elite scorer. That's what Anthony Edwards is as well. Now, of course, we would love for his game to grow and for him to eventually be able to do that at a decent to high level. But even right now, Anthony Edwards does something at a 99th percentile level, which is put the ball in the basket at an insane clip with high volume and high efficiency. That's good enough. He's a 2. He's a 2 guard. But the problem is they have him running point. He's not a point guard. He's just not. He is not there. He's not there. And I'm seeing these critiques about how Ant doesn't play off ball and yet who's going to be handling the ball? Well, it's off ball. Julius? Dante? Really? If you've been watching Minnesota play and you haven't been familiar with Ayo Dosunmu, Ayo can't dribble for real. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That brother's not really a point either. He can handle it from time to time. He's not a point guard. Ayo's not a point guard. He's not. Not a full-time ball handling, playmaking responsibilities. He's not. Ayo could definitely dribble. Your line. No, I'm not. Go watch the games. You don't watch the games. This how I know you don't watch the games. Yeah, he's another combo guard. They have a team full of combo guards, and Mike Conley, who's beyond washed. Anthony Edwards is not a point guard. They don't have not one singular good enough point guard on that roster. And that's going to be the depth of them, especially against OKC. I do feel like there are teams they can get away with and handling the ball, like the Lakers. I'm going to keep it a K. You know, I know Laker fans are feeling real optimistic because we just beat them and had this really bad game against us recently. I'm sorry. We were arrogant as hell last year when we had Minnesota. Oh man, Minnesota, that dumbass team got smacked. Because they still have those same advantages over us. Way more athletic, longer pause, more physicality, more just, you know what I'm saying? They still have all those same advantages. So I'm not this Laker fan that's, oh man, bring on Minnesota. I'm good. I want Denver, the Rockets, who else? And of the upper echelon team, San Antonio. Them the three teams I'm willing to play as a Laker fan. I don't want nothing to do with OKC. I don't want to see Minnesota either. I don't. I do not. One bad Ant game isn't changing my mind on that. No. What's up, Tune? Again, salute to everybody in the YouTube chat live. Make sure that you like the stream. Like the stream. Everybody, when we saw we matched it with Minnesota, including myself. Oh man, like, are you getting high? I don't believe bull jive. Lakers in 5. Dumbass. And there were many in 5. That's what ended up happening. Minnesota in 5. I'm good. Denver, Rockets, San Antonio. 3 teams I'm willing to play. Them other people, I'm not even really considering Clippers or Suns because we wouldn't play them anyway. They're going to be gone before we even get the opportunity. What's up, Mo? But back to Minnesota. I still think Minnesota is a good team. It was also nice to see Julius Randle get his head out of his arse and remember that he can play basketball at a pretty decent level. Salute to you. We've been waiting. Prior to that game, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know this. Julius Randle in the previous 4 games was averaging 12 points. 12. Is this thing? Did y'all hear me? 12. He's the second option. He was trash. He's been trash post All-Star break. But everybody's looking at Anthony Edwards. Emmanuel Oxshow, who don't know what he talking about every time Minnesota needs Ant, he disappears. What games are y'all watching? You mean the guy that just like last month was the favorite to win Clutch Player of the Year disappears when his team what are you talking about? He was about to win an award that quite literally suggests he shows up when his team needs him the most. Discourse around Anthony Edwards online is just so separated from reality. That's what I've learned this year. It is so separated from reality. Another awfully dumb take about Anthony Edwards. He's inconsistent. Let me show y'all this. I can make a great argument that Anthony Edwards has been the most consistent scorer in the league this season, including SGA. There's no other player in the league that has been pretty much his averages all season like Anthony Edwards. Month to month to month. Month to month to month. That brother has been 29-30 on somewhere from 50 to 40 every single month, including SGA. Because SGA's February, he fell off a little bit as a scorer. I've already looked at it. Let me show y'all this. And Kawhi didn't start the season like he's playing right now. Let me show y'all this. Anthony Edwards basketball reference. Here we go. Splits. Boom. Look at this. Look at this. Every month. So his season averages. Let me move this over. Anthony Edwards averages 29.5 points on the season. He averages 29.5 points, 62 true shooting, 49% from the field, 40 from three, right? These are his month-to-month averages. Let's look at October. Now, mind you, there's a game in October where he checks out in like 5 minutes into the game because he got hurt and didn't come back. So that's why this is even lower. If you just, and it's only 3 games in October. If you do the 2 where he played the complete game, he averaged like 36 or whatever. Right? Oh yeah, my cam is in the way. Let me switch sides. Okay? There's only 3 games in October. He didn't play one of them. Look at the rest of these months. Again, his averages per game, I want y'all to remember, 29.5, 62 true shooting, 49% from the field, 40 from 3. He has done this all season. Look at November. November, 29.7. He was 39.8% from 3, 48.5% from the field. December, 29.4 points per game. He was 51% from the field, 37.5% from 3. January, 30 a game. He shot 48% from the 48.5% from the field, 43.5% from 3. February, 30 a game, 49% from the field, 36 from 3. He's been the same. I mean, y'all just need to see the averages. Y'all see the averages. Y'all see the averages. He's been the same guy all season. How is he inconsistent? Oh wait, now I'm in the like what's it called? Okay, I see what you're saying. He's been the same player all season. How is he inconsistent? Damn near identical percentages every month. His field goal percentage is going to be somewhere from 48 to 51. His 3-point percentage is going to be somewhere from 36 to 41, 42. His lowest month from three is 36% this year. That's his lowest month. It's the same guy over and over and over and over again. But he has a bad game against OKC and he's inconsistent. Everybody's going to have a bad game or two. It happens. It's the league. You play 82 games. It's what happens. Been the same guy. But hey, let online tell it. He's inconsistent. Same nigga every month. Same nigga. He's inconsistent because he shoots his team out of. You don't know what you're talking about, respectfully. You're just saying words. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Just saying a narrative that you've heard. That, and you know what happens is I want to get back to being pull up Shay's, no problem. Because I told y'all there's a month Shay dropped off as a score as far as his efficiency. Let's pull up Shay's. Boom. I mean, now obviously it's still Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but let me see. Oh, I ain't even got to go too far. And in October, October not a long month, but I'm seeing here in January he shot 30% from three. February he shot 25% from three. His percentages have swung more than Ant's this year. These are just facts. Don't get mad at me. Hold on, where was I? How I do that the last time? Dang. There we go. Don't get mad at me. These just the facts. You see it right here. Right? February, he was trash. Oh my goodness. Well, for SGA, 46% from the field, 25% from three. Now, he averaged 10 assists this month, though. And in March, he's averaging 8.7. So salute to him. You know what I'm saying? But the scoring, look at January, he shot 30%, 30.5% from three. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it 3 games, though? Okay. Sure. That doesn't change the fact. But any whoosies. Minnesota needs a point guard. Also, Finch has to run Nas, Randall 4-5 lineups. He just has to. He has to. Rudy Gobert is an embarrassment of an offensive player. It's embarrassing how bad he is. It's an embarrassment to the NBA. It's an embarrassment to Minnesota. He's an embarrassment offensively to his family. It's an embarrassment how bad he is on the offensive side of the ball. The brother can't catch. He can't catch. We're not even getting to the finishing part. He can't catch. And then on top of that, in that OKC game, he was bad defensively. I mean, when you're a top 3 defender, bro, I'm so tired of when you say an obvious fact about Rudy Gobert, somebody just yells back defense. Bro, he's a professional athlete. Catch the ball, bro. You acting like I'm asking this nigga to go tween, hezzy, pull. I'm asking him to catch the ball. There is no but and if where. No, it's nothing. There's no retort to that. Catch the ball. I don't need no and but defense. I don't care. Catch the ball. Also, you're 7-3. After you catch it, how about you dunk it? We don't do this for offensive players. Sacred. If you say some more dumb shit, I'm finna ban you. If you say some more dumb shit, bro, catching the ball, bro. Catch the ball. There is no defense of that. Shut up trying to defend it. Just shut the hell up. Catch the ball. Goodness gracious. This was wrong with these niggas, bro. You can't even have. We can't even say simple shit out loud. But you, bro, shut up. Ask him to catch the ball. And then, like I was saying, on top of that, he was bad defensively yesterday. Goodness gracious. Everybody want to argue all the time about the most minute of things, bro. The most obvious of things. Did you know that he's plus 15? Bro, catch the ball, bro. I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about catching the ball. Golly, man. Why are you in a deep drop when Jared McCain is running dribble handoff action with Isaiah Hardenstein? What are you doing? You need to be up at the level. Jared McCain is releasing the ball. If you go back and look at some of them clips, Rudy Gobert has a foot in the paint. What are you doing? This is one of the best shooters in the NBA. You're in a deep drop. It's because there's no. Well, then get up and then blame the help the backside if they don't do their job. But there's no again no reason to be in a deep drop while Jerry McCain's already hit 3 threes. You need to be at the level. Rudy bro, this thing get more excuses than a homeless nigga. But what it's his they don't have catch the ball. Not trying to hit none of that. Catch the ball. Dunk the ball. You're 8 feet tall. Oh my word. Man. Yeah, does have a knee injury. I wasn't going to bring that up because they're just going to say excuses. No, I didn't say nothing. But he hurt his knee at the end of the last game. Again, people that watch Minnesota, as like myself, Max probably knows this. At the end of the Warrior game, he hurt his knee. But whatever, we move. They are missing the kill. They're missing Nikhil bad. They're missing Nikhil bad. Because Dante ain't a good enough defender for that either. That's low key something that doesn't get discussed enough with Minnesota. Everybody talks about like Julius bad, Ian's bad, and they've had their moments this season. I'm not even gonna, not even gonna dispute that. Dante DiVincenzo just isn't a good enough defender to take on some of these matchups they try to like have him doing. Like Dante could not guard like Shea. He's too little. He can't do it. A lot of the times I feel like they put him on players where he's kind of physically overmatched. But he makes it look good because he like tries hard and stuff. But he can't he can't take on some of these matchups that they be wanting him to take on. And to be quite frank, it's because most of the time he's just not a good enough athlete. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's better on maybe like some smaller players. But once you get to like these twos or wings and stuff, he's too little. He's too little. Too little. Okay, see, by the way, I don't know if I've said this, but OKC is going to repeat. The way Isaiah Joe has been playing this regular, if Isaiah Joe and Jared McCain translate, they may run through the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. If Isaiah Joe and Jared McCain can hit shots, because now they have another wrinkle in AJ Mitchell. Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, but Jalen Williams, that backup center, has been phenomenal all year. And now you have Isaiah and McCain shooting like this, bro. It is they both defensive liabilities. I couldn't tell. I couldn't damn tell. And I also say this. I'm usually not one. I have been giving Shea all of his flowers this year. Respect to him. Phenomenal player. However, watching a game in which they're playing one of the other best teams in the conference, and that young man was shooting 2 for 42, and they were still winning, it was like, damn, this team is really good, bro. Like his team, like I know SGA fans, like they try to work around that, and I don't think he should be knocked as an individual player, but there is no denying he has the best team in the league. Without a doubt, no questions asked whatsoever. That is the best supporting cast in the league. Hands down. Again, not knocking him as an individual player because he's fantastic. Should win MVP, all of that good stuff. That is the best team in the league that he's on. And there are, in my opinion, without J-Dub, it's 100% not. Then why are they still winning? That's the other thing. Bro, they be having these winning streaks and so you be forgetting they be having key players not playing. J-Dub ain't played in like a month, 2 months. Last year, when they was playing without Chet, majority of the season. Here comes J-Dub like, oh, I guess I'll just play the 5 and be great at it. Like, what? What are we doing? in Oklahoma City. What is this? What is this? And now you take that team and now you add AJ Mitchell and McCain. That's the best team in the league, bro. That is the best team in the league. Salute to all my Spurs fans. I know y'all think y'all have a shot this year. I'm here to remind you and tell you don't. I know y'all won. Y'all beat them in the regular season stuff. I know y'all feel hopeful. Y'all not beating that team. Not this year. Not this year. You're not. Not this year. No, sir, Doc. No, sir. No, sir, Doc. You're not beating this. You're not beating this. Not this version. Not the Jerry McCain version. Not right now. Maybe next year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next year. This year, they got it. Yeah, they got it. Them boys got it. Them boys got it. No, Don. I'm 1,000% sure. It ain't even about no Wemby Chet matchup. It's just, man, they really now can put multiple knockdown shooters around Shea now in lineups. That is now, if there was a defect on this team, they've now even corrected that. Or another knock would be like, oh, they don't have secondary shot creation and playmaking. Can you always count on JW? And now here's AJ Mitchell. Like, I'm telling you, there's no flaw. They don't have a flaw. They don't have a flaw. They can match up with bigs. If you're a perimeter player, you in hell. Every time I watch a perimeter player OKC, I truly feel sorry for them. I'm watching Ant. They got to deal with Casey Wallace pressing him all the way up the court. He calls for a pick to relieve himself of Casey Wallace. They switched. Do you know who just switched out on Ant? Alex Caruso. It's like, bro, oh my goodness. What is this? They got it, bro. They got it. They got everything you can ask for. They got everything you can ask for. Now, y'all see the last subject I want to touch on. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Make sure you like the stream. Like the stream, subscribe if you are not subscribed. Like the stream, subscribe if you are not subscribed. Basketball discourse is elitist. This is a thought exercise that I've been having lately, and I want to talk it through with y'all. I want to talk it through with you. You know what I'm saying? Basketball fans, new basketball fans are the white people and or elitist of basketball community. Let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. Not just white, because it's some bougie blacks too. It's some bougie everybody. So the new fans are the elitists. Elitists, right? What is something that is commonly known that we do not apply correctly in a sports context? Right? We often hear this term that you are a product of your environment, right? We often hear you are a product of your environment. And I've been thinking, like, that is true in life. And I think we acknowledge that, but we don't always apply that. We don't always apply that logic, right? So, basketball in 2026, basketball in 2026 is getting played at the highest level it's ever gotten played, the most efficiently it's ever gotten played. So I'm going to compare it to growing up in a affluent two-parent household. That's what 2026 basketball is. That's what new age basketball is. We're playing the most efficient, high level, skilled basketball ever. Right? Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. And so a lot of times, what do people from affluent two-parent household, no problems at home, what do those people do? Typically they yield very good results because you are a product of your environment. Not everybody, but again, on average, you are a product of your environment. And so when people today, with these players, just efficiency plus you to death, you the man. Appreciate you, Cody Green. When people efficiency and plus relative you to death, a good environment is going to yield good results. Right? Good environment, good offensive environment should yield great offensive production. And so I'm gonna relay this to like Jokic and SGA, right? And their mind-blowing efficiency, especially when we compare it to older generations, right? So SGA and Nikola Jokic are the billionaires that came from a millionaire household. Still very impressive to reach billionaire status. But your dad was worth 50 million. That is an advantage in and of itself. The brand of basketball you get to play can yield those kind of results more regularly. That's why we have players like, yeah, exactly, L-Dog. Austin Reeves is averaging 24 on 65. You know what I'm saying? But then we get mad at a 2000s player. And when I look at the 2000s and late 90s environment, that's a single parent household. Niggas growing up in poverty. And y'all talking about, oh man, all you could do was get your CDL. That's all the plus you could do. You just plus 3. This nigga, all they could do is get a CDL. Making you a calm little 70K. But look at what so-and-so's doing. Look at what so-and-so's doing. Yeah, their parents had $50 million. It's a little different. Exactly. You can't crack 6 figures? Damn. You ass, boy, you can't crack 6 figures? Sitting there looking at that environment. 2 7-footers in the paint whole game. You know what's hilarious? I started thinking about this because the moment, I want y'all to realize this, the moment these players today get to dropping efficiency-wise, what's the first thing that their fans run and say? Well, there was no space on the court because so-and-so couldn't shoot. Welcome to our environment. Welcome. There are days back then you'd be lucky if it's one, you'd be lucky if it's 2 shooters on the court with you. Lucky. But see, I already know here's going to be another counter argument. Right? But what about such and such that played at that same time? He was +9. He was +10. Yeah, there's millionaires that make it from the hood. That's the exception, though. See, niggas be looking at the exception. That ain't the norm. Another problem that I've always, this is also why, salute to you, Fact Finder. This is why I've had a problem with relative true shooting. Because in my opinion, what a player does in another environment has shit to do what he would do in this one. What do my grades with okay, let me put it like this. If I'm making mediocre to bad grades with a bad teacher, that doesn't say what grades I would make if I had a great teacher. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to me personally. It doesn't make any sense. What I do in a whole nother environment does not equate what I would do in a better environment. If I took that same young man that I was talking about earlier, referencing, who grew up in a single parent household in poverty, who just got his CDL. If I took that same young man and put him in an affluent 2-parent household with parents worth $50 million, I would bet there would be a different result than CDL. I'll take that chance. I'll take that chance. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Starting to see the big eyes Jordan comparisons, 2000s on top. I mean, whatever, my good brother. Whatever. This is not to discredit anybody because I said it is still an achievement when you hit billionaire status. And that is, in fact, what players have done today. What I'm saying, though, is I don't think it's an accurate representation to look at what other people do in a worse environment and compare it to what they're doing at a better one. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Even relative, that doesn't make any sense. Because a better environment can create better tendencies. Better tendencies leads to better results. That's not just sports. That's human. That's life. I mean, that's really what that is. That's not just connected to sports. That's life. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Now, we got to get out of here because we got to get to Twitch. Even y'all saying that Shea doesn't have any spacing relative, please, I beg y'all, please go watch a 2004 game. I beg of you. It's still better than that. It's still better than that. Yeah, it's still better than that. Hey, Shay, hey, bro, I'm finna ban you, bro. You don't bring nothing valuable to my chat. You really don't. You really don't. Spacing isn't 40%, is being guarded online. Just the removal of the actual 4-man is better spacing. Going from Pau Gasol type 4s and now 4s are Jason Tatum. Yeah, that's a big difference. Big difference when you're having, or even, bro, OKC doesn't even play with a post up big. There's no big that's constantly down there near the basket posting up to get the ball. So again, does Shea have the most space in 2026? No. But still, compared to 2007, still way better environment. Chet plays a forward that slow ass jumper. He's still sitting at 3-point line. And he can attack a closeout. Isaiah Hartenstein is a 5 who spends all of his time on the 3-point line setting screens. That's all he do. So he's still out the paint majority of his possessions. There are so many possessions that I see today where people are driving and there's nobody in the paint. It blows my mind when I see it. It's just the only two people in the paint are him and his defender. It's wild. But salute to basketball for yet evolving, continuing to grow, continuing to be more efficient. That's what the sport is supposed to do. And I'm glad it's doing it. I just wish we found better ways to contextualize it. That's all. That's all. If you think Shea's better than other players, I'm not mad at that. Just don't say he's just better because +9. Because that irks my nerve. I'm sorry. More efficient and a more efficient game to me is not an argument. I'm just not accepting that as an argument. Appreciate it, Desto. I'm sorry. Being more efficient while you're in a more efficient game is not a good enough argument to me. It's really not. I'm sorry. It's just really not. To me, that makes sense. Oh, he's more efficient. He should be. He should be. In all honesty, he should be. Thank you, Raquel. Yeah, make sure you like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. I'm gonna put my my Twitch user in the chat because we're about to head over there right now. It is Real Talk EJRT. We're about to head to Twitch right now. As soon as I end this stream, we're going right over there to rewatch the game. And I am going to show y'all how Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are shit defenders. And I'm not, it's not going to be narrative. It's not going to be anything. It's going to be us watching the game. That's it. Y'all use that when it comes to Jaylen Brown, though. Yeah, I think you can compare efficiency and stuff like that when players are playing at the same time. That makes sense. That makes way more sense than comparing a player that was playing in 06 with two bigs and a small forward that can't shoot to 2026 basketball. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. But we're finna head over there. What is the word for the day? What is the word for the day? But then, real talk, that means you're saying 2000 player. No, I'm not saying that. I think there are players in 2000. Am I right on this? Spacing doesn't equal percentage, doesn't equal results. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying. If you say we can't use efficiency, you don't know how to construct an argument without using +9. I think that's a you problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, exactly. You saying that is actually the reason why I'm saying this right now. That's the problem with the discourse today. If you can't construct an argument without saying +8 relative, I think that's a you problem. George, oh yeah. I see what you said about that. Yeah. Not a space necessary. It's still to me, it's still, even if his man is in the paint, that is still better than him and his man being in the paint. It's still one less body out the way. Again, I beg y'all. Oh, okay, that's what's up. No Limit. Please go watch a 2003 game. 2000. It's just niggas in the paint, bro. Like this is like, bruh. Real talk. So who's the best? and really, even the players that were efficient then, they were getting to play like a more modern, like Steve Nash was very efficient. Steve Nash was able to run a lot of pick and roll, But he's still one of the greatest shooters ever. Don't get me wrong. But that's what I'm like. People weren't running, spamming pick and roll like that. Even LeBron in those, like, once Mike Brown kind of got comfortable with it, he was on the court with like 3 spacers at a time. That wasn't like the norm in the league. He was running spread pick and roll in like 08. That wasn't. He running spread pick and roll with 2-3 shooters on the court. That wasn't the norm. But we finna head over there on Twitch. What's the word? What I got for y'all today? I haven't really thought about it. Danley was efficient as fuck in the 80s, not a best score. Yeah. Hmm. I got some. Always bet on yourself. What's my Twitch? Is Real Talk EJRT. There it is. Put it in the chat. Always bet on yourself. And always have self-belief. If nobody else on this planet believes in you, you need to believe in you. Right? I feel like a lot of times, strong self-belief is what creates belief of you to others. Right? Self-belief, if you exude that and you stay with that, other people will believe in you. I got somebody in the chat, Christian, right? Shout out to Christian. I have people on my team who I can't do all what's best for them right now. I'm just being transparent. But I definitely believe that one day we will be in a position where I can. And they know I believe that. And so they also believe that. And we're on the road to success. Full throttle. Full throttle. And we're going to get there. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what. I will continue to grow as a basketball content creator no matter what. I truly believe that. No matter the case, no matter it don't matter by any means. Real talk will be remembered. Real talk will be known. That name will ring true in rooms that it needs to ring true in. Yeah, and still I rise, they started exactly. And still I rise. We are not calling that Bamba mentality. You know what? Meet me over there on Twitch. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. Meet me over there on Twitch. Real Talk EJRT. It's been fun. Peace. Cause y'all niggas tripping.